Our biggest fear about our child being in the Year of Your Life program was that we had no knowledge about Kloof Harvest Church. We didn't know anything about the house and what would happen within the four walls. We didn't know whether there would be an open door policy.
As parents, we were naturally curious and a little bit concerned about Lauren possibly wasting a year on a course which we weren't too sure what the contents were and how she would benefit.
My husband was not keen on our daughter doing the Year of Your Life course, and he thought that our daughter was going to be a minister, and he also didn't see the value in her doing the course.
For us, when our son came and asked us what we thought about him doing Year of Your Life, it came on the back of the fact that he had already taken a gap year, and the Year of Your Life year was going to, in all intents and purposes, be a second gap year.
My husband and I are not churchgoers, so when my son suggested that he join the Year of Your Life program, I was a little bit hesitant. However, I was also quite excited to see him immerse himself with a completely diverse group of young, unique adults.
Before doing Year of Your Life, I was very new to the Christian faith. I didn't know too much about God, and I kind of felt like I was unqualified to do what I thought was such a spiritual program. I didn't know if it was a good idea to be doing the year.
I grew up and went to school in a rural community called Inanda Valley. My plan when I finished school was just to go and find a job to try and make as much money as I can just to survive. When I first heard of Year of Your Life, I thought it was a great opportunity for me to make my life count for something.
Coming from Italy, I didn't really know what to expect. I knew very little about the program or what the living conditions were going to be like, or even if it was going to be safe. And I was really worried all I was going to do is look after some African orphans.
The person that I came into Year of Your Life as and the person that I left were just two completely different people. Throughout the year, I was surrounded by people who genuinely believed in me. I had leaders who challenged me, and throughout all of that, I just learned to believe in myself. I found that my identity lay in what Jesus thought of me and not in what I did or in the opinions of others.
For the past 5 years, I've watched people come in and do Year of Your Life and just seen their lives being changed. And I just couldn't wait for it to finally be my turn. And so currently I'm doing the year, and it's just been so phenomenal and just been so much more than I ever imagined it to be.
When I was in Year of Your Life, the one thing that really impacted me was working into the local communities. And during the year, I realized that I had to use the gifting that God had given me to study to change the lives and transform the lives of the people in the communities around me. So I'm weeks away from becoming an audiologist, and what started off as just a dream of impacting the communities is becoming a reality as I'm about to start my year in community service. If it wasn't for the hours that I spent in Year of Your Life working into the local communities and the nations around the world, I might be off doing my own thing. I'm just so glad that Year of Your Life changed everything for me.
What Year of Your Life really taught our son was to put others ahead of himself. And in terms of serving the church, serving the community, he has, subsequent to Year of Your Life, gone on and studied to be a teacher. And we watch and see how his ability to give back into the community has been a massive advantage to him.
I was so overwhelmed and blown away by the love and the family that I encountered out here. I didn't know so many people from so many different backgrounds could become such a great family. Church was amazing, and the program was so full and diverse. This was definitely so much more than your typical African experience.
But since our daughter did the course, she's been so grounded, and it gave her direction in life.
The positives that came out of it, her spiritual growth was incredible. She was no longer just the child in a Christian family. She found her own relationship with Jesus Christ.
It wasn't what I expected at all. It was practical as opposed to deep and over my head. Now in the business world, the grounding has made all the difference. It's the best relationship I could have ever invested in.
Year of Your Life taught me to be an overcomer, not just a survivor, and that there is more to life than just living. I'm now working at the Nganeyami Children's Village, raising the next generation. All it took for me to be here and be doing what I do it's just a few people that believed in me. And I'm excited now to be in the position of giving back to my people, to the next generation.
It really gave me the chance that I needed to grow to become the person that I knew I was always meant to be. Even now, years later, I'm still learning and I'm still changing, but it was that time that gave me the strength and the confidence to be secure in who I am.
There are days when you're constantly challenged and stretched, pushed far beyond where you thought you could ever go. But then there are moments when you can just look back and just see the difference that you've managed to make in other people's lives. And despite all the challenges and the hard work, I wouldn't change what I'm doing for the world.